What's up, everybody? I'm here with the great Caston, and he and I have a super exciting commentary topic for you guys today. And I'm extremely grateful, by the way, to have him here doing a dual commentary with me. As you guys know, I've had some computer troubles and stuff, so this is going to be a lot of fun that he and I are able to do this together, and he can kind of help me out. Now, today we're going to be talking about gaining a better understanding of anything in life, and you can kind of relate this to whatever you want to in your life. But in general, what we're going to talk about is gaining a better, or rather a deeper understanding of something. It can be school, it can deal with social things, it can deal with points of interest that you have for hobbies, etc., etc., etc. So we're going to learn how you can kind of get a deeper understanding of things so that you can be more successful in whatever it is that you're kind of going on track with. So I think Caston will do a little bit of a better job explaining this in a deeper sense. So if you want to go ahead and give them more of a summed up version of what this topic is about.
Yeah. I'll give a little introduction course to what we're talking about here. Understanding things deeply and getting a better understanding of everything. Let's just say school. I know a lot of people that watch are in school, and let's say something of the topic is told to you, maybe biology or any math, and they tell you answers, and you memorize these facts. Memorizing is great and it'll help you on the test, but when it comes down to analytical thinking and trying to draw connections, you're screwed basically if you don't understand deeply. And so when you come to a problem in life, you need to basically ask what the real problem is, figure it out, delve into it, get deep, and understand it deeply so you can draw connections to other things on ways to fix that problem or to understand it better or to become a better person at this or a better at your hobby or whatever it may be. The more you understand and the deeper you understand it,
Mhm.
it gives you an advantage over a lot of things. So
Most definitely, and I think that this is really the way that you can kind of step out of the box and be different from every other person out there. Because there's people that I'll give you guys a direct. I was telling Caston that I was really excited about this topic because I had something that I could relate to it that I did partaked in yesterday that was part of my life, and so you guys can really step outside of the box and differentiate yourself from other people and whatever it is that you're going to relate this topic to by learning how to understand things better in more of a complex sense, but not necessarily through a complex manner. So my example that I'm going to give to you guys is, you guys know I'm currently in college and I'm studying business. Now, you'll through your college careers, you're going to take tons of classes. You're going to take over 100 credit hours worth of stuff, and you're going to learn all these factual things, all this factual information. And yesterday, and here's a little bit of insight for you guys that you might not. I don't know if this is surprising or not, but I've never been a big reader. I just, ever since I was a kid, I've hated reading, and it really had to be something that just grasped my attention, that gave me that desire to read. But yesterday, actually for this past month, I've had just this strange desire to read things about. I love business so much. And what really interests me, I take business classes and we go through things in the textbooks, and they're not, I mean, they're interesting, but it just doesn't, it just doesn't give me that spark of excitement. It's like where I'm in bed with somebody, and it's not giving me that chub. It's not giving me that chub, guys. I need that chub, and that's why my girlfriend's here. She gives me, Anyways, so I want something that gives me that excitement. And what excites me is hearing firsthand things from people that have already been successful or that are successful in business. So yesterday I was at Barnes and Nobles, and I just sporadically, time and place of the moment, decided that I was going to buy four really interesting books on business, and they were basically books written by people that are extremely successful. One of them, I think, is called, it's titled "It's a Jungle Out There," and it's by the guy that owns or started the Rainforest Cafe. And so basically, what I was doing in order to gain a deeper understanding is I like to take firsthand experiences from other people that have already been there. And I like to relate just how they did things on a sense of normality, normal things that they did. I didn't want to read about the classes that they took. I didn't want to read about accounting 2 or 3 and how that's going to help me. I wanted to read about how he said, I woke up every day for a month, and for an hour every morning I went through my business plan, and I told myself what's important to me and how am I going to get this started. And I went out and these things that he did, that this guy does that's different than textbook things. It's more of a deeper level of understanding. It's how he actually did it personally, not just factually. I have no idea if that makes sense, but I hope that people can kind of see where I'm coming from. I don't know if you have anything similar to that, Caston, but I'll let you give your 2 cents on this. People are probably confused as ever on my point of
No,
view, but
I got it perfectly. Something that you said was basically stand out and be different from the crowd. I think a lot of times that people don't understand that people in general are sheep and they follow each other. If one person's doing it, the next person's doing it, and there's this thing that they did this experiment one time that this guy basically just stood outside of a door, just a random door, just stood there waiting. And by the end of 3 hours or so, there was 30 people in line behind him that had no idea what they were waiting for. No idea. They just thought that something big was happening because he was standing there, and so everybody gets in line, and then they see the line, and it gets bigger and bigger. And, like, the calling to that is, understand what's going on in life, in anything. Don't just take people's words for things. You need to really stick out, be yourself, be different, find the root of what's going on, and then go change it. I can testify to this in my school. I go to class and there's 40 people standing outside the door, and I'm like, go unlock the door and walk in. It's like people don't understand it's not unlocked. They don't try it. They don't go out there and dig deeper and find out what they can do. And that's what I'm challenging all of you to do, is the fact that you have a lot of potential that you probably never used before, that you don't understand. You just kind of follow the crowd. You don't want to stick out too much. And I've been there. I've done that before. But when you start asking questions, when you start realizing that you can go deeper into things, that you can get a mental conception of what's going on in the world around you, in school, in class, and anything, then you'll have a 100% advantage over everybody.
mm-hmm.
It's just insane. I think I took a class this year, computer science, that is notorious for failing kids and dropping and B's and C's and D's. And I got an A in there easily. I didn't even have to take the final. And it's just because we started with 15 people. We ended with 3 people in that class, and I got an A. And it's just because I asked questions. I wanted to understand deeply. I wanted to see how things connected to each other, how they worked. And when you have this mentality and you understand that you need to grasp a deeper meaning of everything, then it puts you in so much better position for jobs, for careers, for grades, whatever you want. This is achievable if you just make an attempt to understand it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I think that a person with 100 questions is better off than a person with 10 questions, because
um,
at least I think when you have more questions to ask, you kind of desire more of an
mhm.
understanding, and that's how you get to that deeper level. And even when I
Yeah,
was talking about, reading a book on a guy's firsthand experiences, it's because I wanted something more than just
yeah.
textbook stuff.
It's a passion for it. It's something you want to know more about. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and to me, I don't know what a cooler way to learn about something is to actually like sit there and read something that's a firsthand experience.
Yeah.
If I had the chance to talk to St. Andrews or something and just ask him I would sit there
Oh,
for
yeah.
hours and just ask him a million questions, and it wouldn't even be tedious. I would enjoy it.
Yeah, I know. I think of that all the time. Like anything. My soon-to-be stepdad, my mom just recently got re-engaged, and I think that's awesome. But he's the fire chief of a city of about 120,000. He's like the head dude, and so I like asking him all kinds of stuff about how the police works, how they interact with each other, if he knows the mayor. Just stupid little questions that might annoy other people, but I just like learning. I like understanding more about it, and I think when you have that kind of mentality, like you're talking about, you could just sit there and ask questions all day and learn and love it, and not actually be bored by it at all. And I think that is a quality trait that a lot of people have lost over time.
I agree, and it's not something that I understand that people are going to probably say like, how are you going to get excited about algebra or something like that? But it's just it's more so the sense of being proactive and finding out how you can make it an easier experience for you, and,
Yeah,
and it doesn't always work out to be something fun. We got to be honest, but
yeah, yeah.
when it comes to something that you actually enjoy and you have a desire to get better at, this is something that can definitely help you step outside of the box and really differentiate yourself from other people, because you can utilize this, and I think it can really help you take gigantic steps forward. I mean, and you can really excel farther than people that go to school and study a subject just by doing the subject. I
Yep.
mean, a lot of the time people say you don't
First-hand
need
experience.
yeah, you don't need a business degree if you can sometimes get much better first-hand learning by just doing it, or interacting with somebody, or having a mentor. So same sort of thing. I don't know. It's very exciting. Very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you watch Shark Tank or not, but I love that show.
Shark Tank is awesome.
Yeah, did you see the girl? She created her own business at 14, and she was a millionaire by 18, just selling beads or selling bottle cap jewelry.
Yep.
Like just small idea like that, and she pursued it, and she's a millionaire. I was like, so lucky, you know.
The
It's like,
possibilities are
why not
endless.
me?
I know, and it's like, for me, if I read a story about that and I read how she did it, it gets me super stoked. I'm like,
Oh,
wow,
yeah,
like
for sure.
14-year-old girl can do it. Who the hell says that I can't do it? So,
Yeah,
I mean,
why not me? Exactly.
yeah, it's
Exactly.
awesome.
I totally agree.
Yep.
But that's all I have. I don't know if you have anything else, or if you want to sign us off. Whatever.
That is it for me too. I hope I didn't. I feel like my 2 cents might have been a little all over the place, but I hope that it made sense for people. I think you did an excellent job, and I hope that in the end that you guys kind of think a little more and find your personal way to step outside of the box and learn more about whatever you're interested in a deeper sense, so that you can kind of excel further than everybody else and get to that better place in life, because that's what it's all about. And the people that want to succeed bad enough will be the people that succeed, and people that want to settle will settle. And
Yep.
don't settle. Go for the best, and I promise it'll pay off for all of you. So I'm actually going to let Caston sign off again. He did such a great job last time.
Oh man, I got so much pressure now.
So thank you for listening to us, everybody. And Caston, thanks again for this. And
Yeah.
go ahead and carry it out, you boss.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks everybody for listening. As always, always feel free to leave comments about what you think about the commentary. I love reading those and interacting with you guys. That's awesome. Hate to be cliche, but honestly, the sky is the limit. You really can do anything you want to, as long as you have enough persistence to get through it. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, took something away from this. And until the next couple of weeks when we can manage to get together again, stay fly and stay fresh. And we are out of here. Thank you guys.